not only the right of Italians to extend themselves and to seek new lands, it is their duty. It is also our duty as well as our right to bring civilization to the backward nations of Asia and Africa, and let the French and the English try to stop us if they can. I stand before you today on this special occasion of the rally of war volunteers, and I pledge to you the glory of Rome will be ours again. Italy will have her second empire!
Without question, Excellency, these men are guilty. Clearly treason. Shall it be exile or execution?
Mm-hmm. You're the head of my secret police. The decision is yours.
Excellency.
Stop it.
Stop what, Excellency?
Disrobing. You preempt my pleasure.
Forgive me, Excellency.
No. I'll decide what, if anything, I take off. What is it?
Your sons have arrived, Excellency.
Send them to my office. 10 minutes.
Yes, Excellency.
You may walk to me, not run.
But Sebastiani told us that all visitors were now required to run to your desk, Papa.
And that's only for pompous officials and fat generals, not my son. How was the voyage?
We liked Egypt best of all.
Oh, except for the flies.
Well, we'll have a big family reunion. You both look splendid. All right. What is it?
We've come to seek your permission
To learn to fly.
All Italians should learn to be pilots. The future is in the skies.
We don't wish to learn, sir, simply to learn.
But to learn so that we can join the Air Force.
When did you make this decision?
When we were in North Africa. It's so close to Italy by plane.
And so distant by sea.
You make me very proud. I can see you both at the head of your squadrons.
In due time, Papa.
We don't expect any favors, Papa.
You're my sons.
We've come to ask you to let us make our own way.
Yes, we don't want your help, Papa. I mean, we intend to do this by ourselves.
When I create a minister or promote a general, it is I who decide. I hand out the rank and the honor.
Only if we've earned them.
Don't defy me.
We're not defying you, Papa. We're asking you to pray for us. Wish us well.
No need to pray. But I do wish you well.
Mama, did you see?
Saluto al Duce!
These flowers are for you, Duce.
What is your name?
Marco Duce.
Hereafter, all kindergarten children will be known as sons of the wolf.
It's inspired, Excellency.
Stop! Pull in here. I'll never have another opportunity like this. There he is, so close. May I go introduce myself, please?
Of course you have my consent, but I'd suggest you ask your fiancé.
I want to tell him how much I admire him. I've been wanting to for years. And he's done so much for all of us.
Go, my love, tell him. But hurry back.
Let her pass.
Forgive the intrusion, Excellency.
Intrusion. I can think of other, better words, Irina. Shall I venture to suggest one?
I'd be honored, Excellency.
Exhilaration.
Such a lovely word.
As in the exhilaration of doves. Warplanes take off, doves exhilarate. Seeing you causes the heart to exhilarate.
I have worshipped you from afar, Excellency, since I was 6. For years I slept with your picture beneath my pillow. I even sent you poems to the Palazzo Venezia. But, of course, I never expected that you would see them or even know I'd sent them.
How old are you?
20.
Your name?
Claretta Pitacci.
Pitacci.
My father's a physician. He's one of the doctors at the Vatican.
You cold?
No, Excellency.
Why do you tremble?
It is the emotion.
Leaving.
Where are we going?
Aren't you the one who loves American jazz?
Uh-huh.
Well, these girls have a dozen of the newest records from America.
What girls?
They're waiting outside, and one of them has keys to her parents' villa on the beach. It's an all-night party.
An all-night party?
Yeah, for lucky all weekend.
We can't go, bro.
What are you saying?
We are Mussolinis. We have to set an example. An all-night party without chaperones?
Fine, you stay here and set the example. I'm going.
You think I don't want to go?
Well, if you want to come, come.
Listen, Bruno, you know I know we can't.
Maybe you can't. I can.
Bruno!
Why?
I've never let any man touch me the way I'm letting you touch me. I don't even know you. I'm not like this.
Do you believe in love at first sight?
My heart jumped the very first second I saw you. But that's not love, is it?
My heart jumped too. How do you know that's not what love is? Hmm?
Why did you stop?
I don't want to make any mistakes with you. Ever.
Well, look like the daughter of an emperor.
Well, I am, Papa. You make me so.
I missed you. You'll never know how much.
I missed you too.
Ada, I need a woman beside me. I wish it could be your mother, but you know how she hates affairs of state. Be the first lady of Italy for me. Stand beside me from now on.
Thank you.
That girl, who is she? You know her family?
Shall I find out who they are?
No. I'll find out myself.
Not what you expected. What did you expect?
Not tears.
Does he hit you?
No. No.
Is he a poor lover?
No. No, he's a wonderful lover. Unfortunately, not only for me. How do you handle that, Mama?
Hand me that spool of white thread.
Yes?
Is the Signorina Ursula Bouvelet at home?
I am her mother.
I don't wish to appear impertinent, Signora, but is the Signorina herself at home?
Yes.
These are for you.
All these?
They're all I could find. Just someone who wants to bring you flowers for the rest of your life.
You know, Hitler has been elected Chancellor of Germany. Our ambassador attended the annual diplomatic corps dinner in Berlin. Hitler personally escorted the ambassador's wife in to dinner. He told her that he was looking forward to meeting me, that I was his guiding star, his mentor.
Surely Your Excellency has no intention of meeting him.
Oh, I do indeed, Galazzo. In order to warn him to keep his hands off Austria.
Are you all right?
I'm having a wonderful time.
I really had something less ostentatious in mind for our first dinner together. My father insisted I bring you.
It's really fine, Vittoria.
I want to hear him play. Will you play for me, Romano?
I applaud your taste, Vittorio. Where did you find her?
Shall I tell you something, Papa?
Of course.
That is the girl I intend to marry.
Escalates on the Eritrean front, where Italian troops fight to protect the Italians living in Eritrea against savage bands of Abyssinian invaders. Il Duce prepares to fling another aerial squadron into action, and with the squadron go two of his sons, who will be flying their first combat missions, Vittorio Mussolini and Bruno Mussolini. Saluto!
Signorina. You will, signor. You see? Here they are.
Oh, with all the millions of letters you received, could these little poems manage to survive?
Destiny, I believe, intended.
I'm afraid to ask what you think of such childish verse.
Your poems reveal everything about you, Signorina.
Everything. I hope not, Excellency.
You write very well about cats. I, too, find cats the most fascinating of animals. We have one at home called Pipo, a giant ginger Angora. Well, among Bruno and Vittorio and me petting him all the time, we practically worn the fur off his back.
What else can you tell about me from the poems?
You write of your love for music, the violin. We must play a duet together sometime. Would you like that?
I'm really not very good.
Neither am I, but I am persistent. What is your favorite opera?
Oh, I love all Puccini, but My favorite one is Mozart's Così fan tutte.
That's my favorite, too. Sei condate rete amici. My son Bruno and I, we've sung that duet more times than I can remember. Did you mean what you said on the beach at Ostia?
I have never learned how to lie, Excellency.
You said it was not the cold that made you tremble. You said it was the emotion.
True, Excellency. Please, see. I still tremble.
Then you should know that for the past 3 nights I have not slept for thinking of you. You must leave now. It's very late. Thank you, Signora, for the pleasure of your company and for bringing your charming daughter. I wish you every happiness on your forthcoming marriage, Signorina.
Why didn't you advise me to wear my uniform?
The understanding was, my Führer, this was to be a relaxed, unofficial introductory meeting.
At first sight, I don't like him.
Obviously, Duce's people do. He's the new Chancellor of Germany. But our contacts in Germany insist he's untrustworthy and dangerous.
Genghis Khan in a raincoat.
Why doesn't he come? Am I not his guest?
Remember, Excellency, you are dealing with Italians. And of all Italians, Mussolini is the most mercurial. Might I suggest we go to him? Otherwise, we could wait here all night.
Führer, das italienische Volk und ich begrüßen Sie.
Trying to speak German?
Sounds as though he learned it in Switzerland.
What's happening in there?
Your father is telling Hitler to stop heating the fire under the saucepan in Austria. Otherwise, we will transfer 4 divisions into the Brenner Pass to make sure Germany doesn't trifle with Austria's independence.
Will Hitler understand my father's accent?
Even if Il Duce's German fails, his pounding on the desk will not. Hitler knows when he's met his master.
A recent acquisition?
Your peripheral vision, Ada, is truly awesome. But you failed to take note of who else is in the party.
I saw him. I simply don't think it's good manners to be as obvious about one's lovers as you are.
Then let me be obvious with the woman I love the most.
Are we really going to be drawn into a war?
I'll stop seeing her if it really troubles you that much.
Darling. I don't mean our private little war. I mean war with Hitler over Austria.
Not if I can prevent it. When I left him today, he said, "Remember, Galeazzo, from time to time, wars are necessary. They forge men's wills.
They also kill."
Last month, my daughter referred to Adolf Hitler as Genghis Khan. She should have said Attila the Hun. Gentlemen, at 1 o'clock this afternoon, Nazis dressed as Austrian army officers broke into the Federal Chancellery in Vienna and assassinated Chancellor Dollfuss. The English and the French are doing nothing to stop this madman. But we, Italians, will stop these Huns. We will mobilize our forces, poise our divisions at the Brenner Pass, and dare Hitler to move. We will show him he cannot trifle with Italy. More important matters. Present time, we rule 100,000 square miles of the Sahara. But I am not a collector of deserts, gentlemen. We will strike as soon as the spring rains are over. I want you to use mustard gas against these savages. In every village that we seize, every male 18 and over is to be shot. The very name, Abyssinia, is to be wiped from the maps. When they go into battle, our troops will sing the anthem of our march on Rome. The fascist hymn, Giovinezza.
Roman legions quickly advanced across the Abyssinian countryside, driving barbaric African hordes from their mountain retreats. Fighting side by side with other gallant Italian pilots, Bruno and Vittorio Mussolini, sons of Il Duce, lead the assault from the air. The price for bringing civilization to such backward people has been high. Not for our victorious forces, but for the enemy. He has paid for his stubbornness. More than 500,000 Abyssinians have fallen before our triumphant soldiers and airmen. Once more, Italy begins to rebuild its glorious empire and retake control of the Mediterranean.
I thank you for coming, Signora. It's been a while since the last time.
Yes, Excellency.
I'm told that your daughter's marriage to Lieutenant Federici has been terminated.
Yes, Excellency. Claretta is home with us again.
I'll be direct. May I have your permission to love your daughter?
Excellency, I am honored, but Claretta is a grown woman now. No permission should be involved, unless you wish, simply as a matter of your own choice, to speak to her father.
That's true. after all, Senora, one does not ask the physician to the Pope to approve a love affair His Holiness would censure, does one?
Then it is a matter between you and Claretta, Excellency.
Thank you, Senora. Thank you.
Are you ready, Excellency?
Piccola, I see you're trembling again. It is still not the cold?
No, Duce. It is still the emotion.
Is there anything that you must say?
I want to tell you that I understand how much you love your wife and your children. I will never do anything to interfere with that love. I only hope to add to it, to make you even happier.
I know that.
I am not a jealous woman, not possessive. But I must tell you that I know the names of all the other women you've been seeing. Shall I prove it by naming them?
Do you expect me to stop seeing them?
That is something you will decide. But after we make love, Benito, what need will you have for those others?
Do I have your approval?
Why, of course. When is it to be?
In 2 weeks here at the airfield.
Vittorio, you will be Bruno's best man. Huh?
Who else?
Such a magnificent one. Italy victorious, my 2 brave sons home from the war, and now Bruno's to be married. Huh? Is there a happier father anywhere in the world?
Do you dare?
If you do.
I don't mean to sound immodest, but for a pilot used to diving and spinning and looping, crouching on this log is something I can do backward, with my eyes closed.
Show me.
Indeed you are.
Or what?
Used to diving and spinning, looping, right into the water.
Well, let's see you try it.
We've waited this long, Bruno. Only a few more days now and we're married.
No, no more waiting, now!
Out, Bruno,
Oh, I
out.
promised to stay outside here. Not even to look at Gina until I see her at the wedding, but I have to talk to her. It's very important, Signora. Can you hear me, Gina?
Yes, Bruno.
Have you seen the sky today?
I've been too busy.
I just saw the stars in broad daylight.
Isn't that impossible?
Not if you're in love as much as I'm in love with you.
I love you too. What is it you wanted to tell me?
Lucky I am to have met you.
I've waited years to say this, Bruno, and I say it now. And in no way do I mean to suggest that I don't adore your sisters and brothers, but I must confess that I see more of myself in you than any of the others.
I always thought Ada was your favorite.
Well, Ada's a woman. You're a man. I think you're closer to me in spirit and attitude. Vittorio, he has my love of journalism. He's a natural writer, thinker. But you are a doer. Already a brilliant flyer born to the air. I see you soon breaking world records, Bruno. You have a magnificent, triumphant life ahead of you. I can think of no better advice to give to a young man so like his father. Don't follow in my steps. One Mussolini in politics is quite enough. Tell me, Piccola, can I still make love like a young man?
Better. You were thinking of Bruno, weren't you? Thinking of him making love to his young bride. Benito, you don't have to compete with him or any other man. You're the man I was born for. No man will ever make me feel the way you make me feel.
Your daughter, Excellency.
Hello, Papa.
You finished your dinner?
Hmm? At least your agent was that thoughtful.
I ordered him to be discreet. Was he?
Quite. He appeared at our table and told me I was wanted on the phone. It's most discreet. Why did you insist he bring me here?
How could you embarrass me like that? You know that particular restaurant is frequented by important party officials.
Embarrassed? Why should you be embarrassed?
I want the name of that officer you were with.
Is he to be banished by morning?
You disappoint me. Deeply.
Well, you disappoint me, too. For not trusting me.
Rona, I think I should make this test flight with you today.
Also, you listed as daytime watch officer. How do you get out of that?
Worth a try?
No, it's better you don't come.
You afraid I can fly it better than you?
Can't have two Mussolinis in the same plane, can we?
Shirts of the revolution. Italian men and women at home and throughout the world, hear me. Italy, at last, has her empire.
Something's wrong. No, they simply passed beyond the hills. You'll see them reappear in another second.
Loss of power, sir. He had to land. You should know that the last thing he said before he died was, "Father, the field."
title of Emperor of Abyssinia has been assumed by our king, Vittorio Emanuel, and will descend to his successor.
What is it, Major?
Sir, Bruno Mussolini is dead. He's been killed in a crash. They called me from the airfield at Pisa.
The Italian people.
Who dares tell him?
This empire with their blood.
I do, sir.
Raise up your banners. Stretch forth your arms. Lift up your hearts and sing to the empire, which appears in being after 15 centuries on the fateful hills of Rome. Will you be worthy of that empire?
Excellency. There's been a crash at Pisa. Your son, Bruno, was the pilot.
Is he dead?
Yes, Duce.
Listen to me. What happened, my son? See what happens. I know what passes through your heart, Bruno. The engines are no good. You try to land. You're certain you will land. But that little farmhouse. Only you can clear that. This won't happen.
want comfort. Why him?
When they asked Caesar what kind of death he would prefer above all others, he told them, one that is unexpected. Bruno chose Caesar's way.
Time to leave.
How can I leave him here? So alone.
He's not alone, Benito. He's with your mother and father now.
Why can't I believe that?
Benito, we have a granddaughter. Bruno got his wish. He always wanted a daughter. I wonder if he will make me come to him.
as I made him come to me in Venice.
Not until he gets what he's after.
When fascism finds a friend, it marches with that friend right to the end. Dass ich heute nach Deutschland gekommen bin, heißt nicht, dass ich morgen woanders hingehen werde.
And I were walking through the park with Hitler while he was talking about his plans to create a greater Germany and about the inevitable war to come. We must win the war, and we will win it. If we should lose it, however, there will no longer be any reason for living. I will be the first to kill myself. At that point, I whispered in Mussolini's ear, why doesn't he do it right now?
Su con quelle gambe! 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, va!
No man think that this is a step I brought back from Germany. There is no similarity between Hitler's goose step and my Passo Romano. This is the marching step of ancient Roman legions. This is the step that echoed across Gaul, Spain, England, Greece, Asia Minor.
Are you surprised?
I'm delighted.
I hadn't wanted to tell you until your birthday, but you were so downhearted, I just had to. As soon as the doctors confirmed it.
I have to leave tomorrow with the family for Predapio. How can I be without you now?
I have taken a suite at a hotel not too far from your villa. I must be there, close to you. Love moves where we move. It is not in a place. It is in us.
A beautiful country. All they have to do to make it even more beautiful is to move the Germans out. must try it again with more verve.
Yeah. I think we can do it again, and we can do it better.
Yeah?
All right, the maestro says again.
Romano is doing very well, but he is the only one. And Romano, you do exactly as you did. You were the only one. Excellent.
Donna mobile, qualcun mal vento, muta d'accento e di pensiero. Sempre una amabile, leggiadro il viso, impianto il riso e menzognero. La donna immobile, qualcun mal vento, muta d'accento e di pensiero.
Sorry, Victoria. Whenever all the family is together, I miss Bruno more than ever. I miss my son. Everything reminds me of it.
Yes. I understand.
I want you to spend more time with me, Victoria.
Yes, I'd like that. Doing what?
I'm worried about Galeazzo. He's a brilliant young man with a great future, but he has a blindness. He is locked into the past, into traditions which mean nothing to our new world. I suppose it's because he comes from a titled family. He is unable to be objective about the Germans. I want you to be my liaison with Adolf Hitler, to take trips to Germany for me, to tell me your opinions.
If that is what you wish, then I will do it.
You don't seem very happy about it.
I'd hope that you might find more for me to do right here.
I don't need the help here.
There are things happening here which must be stopped.
Tell me.
The other night, Ursula and I were out dining in Rome. Two black shirts came in and just demanded a table at which a Jewish family was eating. I defended the family. They moved on me. Then apparently one of them recognized me. Otherwise, who knows what might have happened.
I have nothing against Jews personally, Vittorio. I accept them, but only in small numbers. They're a race of people hungry for power.
Hungrier than you?
Be careful what you say. Even a son can go too far.
What am I supposed to do? Ignore everything I see around me? If I cannot speak out, then who can? Why would those black shirts have dared to do what they did? Unless they had your approval.
This?
All night I waited at the hotel. Since when is Il Duce a prisoner in his own home?
I was depressed because of Bruno not being here.
All the more reason to come to me. I try not to think about you when you're with your family, but everything you think, I think. Everything you feel, I feel. Hour by hour, minute by minute, I'm near you. I'll always be near you.
I love this girl. I adore her. Let the sea know it. I'm not ashamed to say it. I adore her. She is my youth, my spring, the most beautiful thing in all of my life. I shout it to the sea. I shout it to the world.
Your son-in-law. He struts when he walks, doesn't he?
Good morning, Signorina Petacci.
Count Ciano?
May I speak with Your Excellency in private? Hitler's troops marched into Austria last night.
Is there any resistance?
They welcomed him with open arms.
Well, apparently the Austrian problem has been solved.
He will gobble up Czechoslovakia, Next Excellency.
Can you spare a few minutes? Papa, I come to see you on a very serious matter. Why, just when I intend to be stern with you, are you suddenly playful?
In order to forestall the sternness, of course. How are my grandchildren?
Papa, why are you allowing Petacci to have your child? Your enemies are using it against you.
It's not a proper matter between father and daughter.
And if I don't tell you, who will? See for yourself how this girl is hurting you. Proof that her brother is using your name for all kinds of private deals. You expect the people to sacrifice while the brother of your mistress profits?
Plot to discredit me. Where'd you get these documents?
My husband, Papa. Your Minister of Foreign Affairs. Galeazzo was too embarrassed to show you.
Aren't you going to come by and see your mother?
How could I face her this morning? Have to conceal what I know.
I'm sorry, Signorina, you may not pass.
Who gave you such orders?
Il Duce.
Well, may I at least enter and use the phone and call him?
No, Signorina, you may not enter.
She insists on speaking with Your Excellency. We keep hanging up, but she keeps calling back.
I have told you I don't wish to speak to her ever again.
She says even a man sentenced to death gets some explanation.
Benito?
What is it you wish to say?
Why do you do this to us? Benito, I love you. Please tell me what I've done. Please, I must see you, Benito.
What is this? We are asked to sign.
Has Your Majesty read the edicts personally?
We have.
I fail to see how there could be any misunderstanding.
Are we to assume that these edicts mean what they say?
I'll be happy to clarify any ambiguity.
From this day forward, all Jews are excluded from serving in our military.
We cannot tolerate Jews bearing arms. That is correct, Your Majesty.
No Jew may be educated in our schools.
Not in Italy. Let them flock to France or England.
And no Jew can marry an Italian.
How else can we maintain the purity of Italian blood?
How a man as great as you can import such nonsense from Berlin baffles us.
I assure Your Majesty, I take no orders from Adolf Hitler.
Are you aware of what His Holiness is saying about these edicts of yours?
Popes are always saying something seditious about the state, Your Majesty. This Pope, in spite of everything that we've done for him, is no exception.
He is saying that you should be ashamed to go to school with Adolf Hitler.
These edicts are Italian, by an Italian, for Italians. Any protests Your Majesty may have heard come from a few spineless people moved by the fate of the Jews.
It would appear my destiny is to forever intrude upon Il Duce's pleasures. What do you think, Bernardo? Is Czechoslovakia worth interrupting something as important as his personally reviewing 5,000 sweating young Italians?
Without question, sir.
It's not just Czechoslovakia, it's the peace of Europe itself. It's time the French are really mobilizing. But Il Duce insists that France is a dying society, drunk with wine and riddled with syphilis.
All 65 of his divisions?
That's right, Führer. 65 divisions. You have only 12 on the French border, and the British fleet is mobilizing. My ambassadors in Bucharest and Belgrade have just informed me that Romania and Yugoslavia will move against you if you invade Czechoslovakia. At least Chamberlain in London is requesting one final talk. He's asked me to intercede with you. Now, I suggest that you be patient and let me handle this, and under no circumstances launch your armies against Czechoslovakia. Führer, listen to me. Chamberlain has agreed to a four-power conference in the Führerbau in Munich on the 29th. No, of course Czechoslovakia will not be asked to participate. Only ourselves and the British and French. The power lies with us.
In non-stop conferences covering a period of 13 hours, Il Duce personally acted as arbiter of peace for all of Europe. All over Europe, church bells are pealing for peace in our time.
I am so proud of you. Keeping the peace, knocking their foolish heads together. Papa, in the whole world, there's no man more important than you.
All the reporters are here now, Excellency.
In return for Czechoslovakia yielding territory as a permanent home for the 3 million Germans now living in Czechoslovakia, Hitler has pledged that his troops will not invade the rest of that nation. From everywhere in the world, praise comes to Il Duce. Thomas Edison in America calls him the most influential man of the 20th century. Mahatma Gandhi declares him a superman. Even Winston Churchill lauds him, for he has indeed brought peace in our time to millions.
Maybe now he'll listen to me.
About what?
Retiring. At his peak. So he can enjoy his golden years. Let the king have it all back. We don't need it.
Brought you peace. Isn't peace what you wanted? Is there anything you need? Anything I can send in? Assistance, equipment?
Excellency, we have everything here we need. The patient is in no danger of dying.
What could have happened? She's so young, so vital.
The pregnancy is extrauterine, outside of the uterus. We will have to terminate it.
Kill the baby?
Our primary obligation is to save the mother's life.
I should think so.
However, I feel I should tell you, she'll never again be able to conceive.
Forgive me, Carissima.
Victorious German forces raced toward Warsaw. The superior air power of the Third Reich and its invincible Wehrmacht prevail everywhere. The Führer expects to liberate the 1 million German nationals living in Poland within a matter of days.
Every time Hitler invades a country, after he sends us a message, afterwards. Now Poland is to bring in the British and the French. We'll have to honor our alliance with Hitler. I will not permit the Germans to make us dance to their tune.
Then break our alliance with Germany, Duce. The world is still applauding your achievement in Munich. You kept the peace in our time. Now you can truly keep it by declaring Italy non-belligerent. If anything will stop Hitler, that will. I beg you, Duce. All our information points toward the Americans coming in on the side of Britain. Even if they don't send troops, Roosevelt will throw America's industrial might behind the Allied cause.
It could be years off. Right now it means nothing against Hitler's power. We are not yet ready to fight against either side. All right. I will declare Italy a non-belligerent till the right time comes. Until then, we walk the tightrope. Let the lions tear each other to pieces until their tails fall on the ground. Then we ourselves will decide whether to go in and scoop them up.
It was the most awful time of my life. But it's over. And I have my Benito again. Today I made a list of all the things we have to do together. Such a long list. Such a wonderful list.
Welcome home, Piccolo. I spoke to the doctors. You cannot make love for another 2 weeks.
What do doctors know about love?
Piccolo, I'm afraid I'm not in the mood for it this afternoon.
It's me, isn't it? I don't excite you the way I used to.
I love you more than ever.
You're just saying that. You can forgive me for losing the baby, can you?
It only makes me softer toward you, Piccolo.
Why don't you respond? I kiss you, I touch you. Nothing. It's as though I'm not here.
Today you have a rival not even you can make me forget. Poland. And the triumphant troops of Adolf Hitler. I should be with him at the front. Instead, I'm here. No, even you can't arouse me this afternoon.
Benito.
Forgive me, Donna Raquel, I can no longer hold my tongue. He just doesn't deserve your devotion, a man who cheats on you like he does. Get out. Out! Ask him about Clara Petacci, a girl he wanted a child with. Everyone knows, everyone but you. But God punished her. She lost the baby. Now Mussolini grieves not for poor Italy, but for the dead child of his mistress.
Are you or are you not going to declare war?
It's a very interesting evening. My wife is performing a drum solo on the dishes. And my daughter, who knows I dislike a direct question, asks me a direct question.
Papa, please answer me.
You haven't eaten a bite. Why don't you give me the child?
We're fine, really. Come on.
Galeazzo tells me you refused to receive the American ambassador.
Why not? He was bearing a sanctimonious letter from his President Roosevelt, full of Christian sentimental meditations. The question is not whether we will fight, Ada. It is when and how.
Have you forgotten the stories you used to tell us about the First World War? How horrible it was, how many men we lost? Mama took me to visit him in the hospital after they sent him back from Austria. Dozens of wounds all over from an exploding shell. It could be a nightmare.
This. I touch my wife and she weeps. It's something else you're thinking of. It's Bruno. Yesterday, I sent a messenger to Hitler with my written agreement. I do not intend that Italy stand by any longer. After June 5, we declare war on England.
Your Excellency, how is this possible?
It's possible, Pietro, because the minute hand is now pointing to 1 minute before midnight.
It's suicide, Duce. Nobody knows better than you how unprepared we are. We sent you weekly reports. Many of our divisions have less than 50% of their equipment. We have soldiers who have no shirts. We have tanks. Tanks! We have tanks that are so obsolete, they'll have to be carried on trucks in the battlefields. And our Air Force...
That's enough.
We need time, Your Excellency. 2, maybe 3 years. Then we may be ready.
In 3 months, this map will be obsolete. I'm telling you, it will all be over by September. Now, we can either stay on the winning side, or we can be buried with the losers. All we need to sit beside Hitler at the conference table as a winning belligerent are a few thousand dead. A simple matter of a swift, short war.
How do we limit our casualties, Duce, in the event it is not a swift, short war?
I will not stand with my hands in my pockets while others are making history. Why maintain 600,000 tons of warships if we do not seize the moment now to measure them against the Allied fleets? Otherwise, all we need are a few Coast Guard cutters and pleasure boats so that we can take the titled and the rich on sailing excursions. The hour of irrevocable decision has come. A declaration of war has been handed to the ambassadors of Great Britain and France. We are taking the field against the plutocratic and reactionary democracies of the West. A struggle of the young and prolific nations against the sterile and declining ones. A struggle between 2 centuries and 2 ideas. Italians, rush to arms. Show your tenacity. Show your courage. Show your valor.
On this 10th day of June, 1940, hand that held the dagger has struck it into the back of its neighbor.
Once more the earth will tremble with the march of Roman legions.